Hello. If you're watching this on the playback, I'm just waiting for other people to come in. And then we're going to do a flip through of this journal. And maybe start working on a ephemera folder. So you can fast forward through this part if you wish. I don't think it's too loud, Dan. Don't mind my messy fingers. I have ink on them from a marker at work today. Yeah, I somehow marked on myself instead of the ad that I was checking. So just going to give it a few minutes, see if anybody comes on, because when you're doing a flip through and you start and then you feel like you left people out. Hi, Carla. And I don't want to make anybody feel left out or have to go back and redo all the. Hi, Rhonda. Redo the flip through if that makes sense. So how is Rhonda and Carla tonight? I worked today and then we went to dinner with our daughter. Just happy to find out that they have a gluten-free menu at the Outback Steakhouse, so she was happy to have dessert. Oh, Rhonda, that's awful. Rhonda, not Rhonda, Carla. Read the blue line instead of the white one. Hi, Anna. How are you? We had fun, and I came home and was watching Brooks live, and didn't really see a lot of the chat because I was talking to Ashley because we take her back to school on Saturday. So, hi, Jamie. Oh, I'm sorry. You had to take mom to the pain doctor, Rhonda. It was, hopefully they were able to help her. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sending you big hugs, lady. Yeah. Let's see. Everything is getting better. Yep. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? So this journal I started last week in my live. I made the envelopes and stuff. I am good, Cheryl. We've had a good day, and I'm thankful for that. And we're taking our daughter back to school this weekend, and it's her senior year. So, yeah, we're good. And anyway, this journal is made a little different. It is made with a soft cover. My friend Jan from Jan's Crazy Life and I were on live one night, and she's making this kind of semi. Yeah, so. And then I stole some ideas from Johnny at Yes, Education is Important. At Junk Journal Shop. I almost forgot what the name was there. Summer has been quick. Yeah, it has been very, very quick. I can't let kids get a summer. But I think Ashley's ready to get this year started in books and beyond with her life outside of education. So, and it's going to be probably a long, stressful year. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open the book. It is a soft cover. This is fabric that I got at Walmart. They had. I couldn't tell you who made it. I don't know. I didn't look. I just saw it, fell in love with it, and this ribbon I got at Pat Catan's on clearance, and I just cut a little hole so you can actually adjust the ribbon. So as the book gets bigger, and if you needed more, you could go ahead and cut another little hole in it. But so it's got two in it. It's got a book plate with the little enamel dots. And then inside of it, going the wrong way. It's got this crocheted like trim. What's that called? Trim, like lace, but I'm not really sure what it's made out of. We'll put it that way. My husband's over here raising his eyebrows at me because I'm crazy. And I made a tag to go in it. The same trim on the top. That is true, Jamie. You have been stuck inside for 3 months. And then this is an envelope we made a couple months ago on my live out of dictionary page. And then I just got some journaling cards. These are from the Graphics Fairy, I believe. This one, I'm not sure. It's a printable. I downloaded from somewhere. It's been in my stash. So they just slide in the pocket. I'm trying not to move too fast. Yes, it's pretty blue flowers. I love it. This was the scrapbook papers. Whoa. Came from this paper pad from K and Company. It doesn't have a name on it. Usually they have a designer, but I don't see a designer. Oh, thank you. Then I just attached one of the pansies here. And then the word remember, because the journals to me is a lot of remembering of things. And then this right here is antique wallpaper that my friend Rebecca sent to me in some Happy Mail. And I used some of the leftover paper. Hey, Amy. I used some of the leftover paper where I trimmed out the pages and made a ruffle or pleat, whatever you want to call it. And I made these 2 little mini tags to put in there. And this is an antique stamp from the Philippines. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? And then this one is just a little cutout I found somewhere. And then it's got a big pocket in it. It's another one of those cutouts. I can't remember where that came from. And I made a tag that says gratitude changes everything. And then this is a printout from Johnny's store. I believe it's Johnny's store. And I just wrinkled it all up and added some ink to it to make it look a little bit older. And then I did some stamping with a fleur-de-lis stamp that I had. I got at a thrift store, actually. Some old dictionary page. I think it's a foreign language. I don't know which language. I don't read any foreign languages. And in my coffee, or I always say coffee, but I don't do coffee. It's tea stained paper. And a doily. Some old music paper I got from Tammy. And then I used some of the wallpaper and made a little ruffle at the top of that page. And then there's the center. These can be cut off by the person who wants them, or I can add tags to the bottom of them if they want. Hi, Dana. Said some of that wallpaper. This is where I copied Johnny. She uses a special kind of paper and puts it in, but I thought I'll use this wallpaper because that looks cute. Notifications. And that's the back sides. These are the papers I make by spraying and then drying by using my iron and parchment paper. Takes the time and the hassle out. The other page of the dictionary page, it's got such a soft feel to it. I love paper. And then another pocket. This is a 6-cent stamp from the US. I just made that into a tag. Excuse me. And this is one of the journaling cards I made last week. This is a cutout from a paper, just a single sheet that you can buy at Joann's. And this is a large journaling card, and I gessoed the back of it so you could write on it. And then this is an antique flashcard, and it was a little longer. It was too long for the book, so I cut it down and then trimmed the edges and inked it back up. It's a vintage. I shouldn't say antique. Guess it's all a matter of perspective, right? Did I miss anybody? Is the picture clear enough off, y'all? Because it always looks clear to me, but then I watch the replay and everything looks really pixelated, which drives me crazy. And then on the back of the signature, I just made a pocket. And then there's a library card from Old Design Shop, I think. Little bird card. Looks okay to you. Thank you, Amy. And then this is just the other piece of that antique or vintage card. Okay, I'm moving too fast. Okay. The vintage flashcard. And then I just use a little fake stamp that I made and a little ticket there. And then we made this one last week in my live. So get a hold of the page. And then this is just one of those little envelopes like this from Doris. Thank you, Anna. And it's got a tag that I made and another library card for journaling. I love this paper here. I think it's so pretty. And then this is tulle at the top. And it's got the torn wallpaper on it. And then just a little word. Thank you, Cheryl. And then this is some vintage ledger paper. I love the handwriting on it. It's all in pencil. And it says February 17th of 08. So 1908. And that's so cool. Yes, it is for sale. It will be listed in my Etsy shop unless someone wants to buy it tonight. And it will be listed for $60. So there's a journaling card. And then this was one of those little envelopes we made last week. And then this is a little journaling card. This is from Antique Papery. Oh, I just love the handwriting. Some more of that paper that I have to show y'all how I do that. It's so cool doing the paper that way with the iron. Some more dictionary page. And then we have an envelope here that we made last week, and I just put a little card in there that you can journal on. This would be pretty written with a white pen. Every time I make a journal, this one's my favorite. But I do love this one. I think it turned out so pretty. And the other side of the envelope I just used as a tuck spot for a couple cards. I think this is a cool pattern there. And then I just sewed some fabric to the corner of this page. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that. Some more of that and some more of the vintage wallpaper. Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. There's the front. It's a soft cover. It's got cardstock, like 2 layers of cardstock in it and 2 layers of fabric on the front, and then the trim. Thank you, Amy. So there's more of the vintage. I just wrapped it around and sewed it down with the machine. And then there is center of the signature. Thank you, Dana. This wallpaper that Becca sent me is just, I love it. I thought, how perfect with this, because the whole theme of this journal is blue, an abundance of blue. Oh, did you, Dana? I love the fabric. We were walking through Walmart and I saw our store finally got in the fabric that's pre-cut and on the little pegs. And I saw it there and I was like, oh, I got to have that. Even though I wasn't supposed to be spending anything, I had to have it. Some more dictionary page. There's about 10 of those fabrics I would love to have. The other side of that vintage ledger paper. And that's another one of those cutouts from, I can't remember what company makes it, but they're at Joanne Fabrics. And then this is a printout from Junk Journal Shop, one of her digis. If you haven't seen Johnny's channel, which is Junk Journal Shop. Okay, Cheryl. We can do that. If you will send me an email, we'll take care of that after the live is over. And then there's another one of the little pockets there. And this is a cutout from this little thing. I got it at, it's Prima. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. I'll put it in the chat for you. Whoops. That is if I can type. Okay. So there's just tucked behind there. Yes, and I love it when someone finds one that they love, and it just, yeah, it's awesome. And then this is one of the things we made last week, and then I just put a little journaling card behind there. Oh, get it done there. And then this is an envelope, and it's got a little journaling card in it, but you can put anything in it that you want in. And then these are, I can't remember where I got this one at, but it was a digital download. And then this one was from the old design, no, Graphics Fairy. I don't know how I remember that, but I do. And then another card. Oh, cool. I'll have to, well, I don't know if I'll get to watch it, Cheryl, because I am taking Ashley back to school that day. So it depends on if we have any internet in the car or data reception. This is just a little collage of fabric that I made and sewed to the top. And just tea-dyed paper. Lots of space to add your own stuff to it. And I don't know, it's just one of the most unique ones I've made. This is a piece of the vintage paper that Brooke had in her sale that I bought. I would love to have a whole bunch of it. Some more of the wallpaper. And I love the pattern on this one. The other side of that vintage paper, and I left where you tore it out, so you got the rough edge. Tea staining is my favorite thing. I can't do the coffee. I don't like the smell of coffee on paper. I prefer to drink the coffee. Thank you. And then another little ruffle I made out of some fabric pieces. I left the strings on that. If you want them off, you can chop them off there. This is tea-dyed paper. I tea-dyed it in the oven. And then this music paper. I thought I would too, Rhonda, but I don't. I just prefer to drink my coffee and stain my paper with tea. And then we have some more printouts. This is a piece of the paper from the kit, or from the paper pad. And this is 2 more from Johnny's kit. Yeah, the way I did that was totally different than anything I've ever done. And I got the idea from Diane Shaw. She is Shawcraft1. Okay, Rhonda. Shawcraft. Is that the right name? Am I doing that? Am I saying that right? And she's the Old Barn Door on Etsy. Get that in there. What's this? And this page is just a piece of it's K and Company fabric I got at Joann Fabrics, and I just sewed it around because you know me, gotta have the butterfly. Some more of the wallpaper, and then this one was dyed with the tea and a little bit of Tim Holtz distress, and then ironed with an iron to dry it. Hi, Deb. How are you? You're probably hearing my husband's TV. I'm sorry. I have my headphones on, hoping I would get most of that out, but this one would turned out a little darker than I wanted, but you can still write on it. Another piece of old ledger paper. It's a different ledger. This one is from 1915. Some more coffee or tea-dyed paper. And the other end of that ledger, I just folded over because I didn't want to tear it off. Put some journaling cards in. This one flips up, so you could write a little note inside it if you wanted. Is it too loud, Dana? And then I used a piece of that and just trimmed the wallpaper and trimmed the edge with a zigzag stitch. The other side of that paper that I ironed. I love how it got these little lines in it. It's so cool. My doily. And then this side I used some more of that fabric like it's on the front of the signature, and I just made it into a pocket. So you have lots of room to add whatever. Oh, okay. I gotcha. This I used some. This is a old vintage playing card that I got. I can't remember if this came from Brooke, Johnny, or Patty Lang. I don't remember. And I just collaged it up onto the paper and then put a card in there. Then we have 2 envelopes with little cards to write on. And Cheryl, if you want me to, Cheryl, I can put the Velcro dots on here so that they will stay closed. It's up to you. You can just let me know in the email. And then we got like a double pocket here. It's undecorated mini tags for the sides. Okay, I can do that then. And then you've got some little music cards, and they're all blank on the back, so you can write on them. And then some more wallpaper. This is another page of the dictionary page, but it's just like a grid of them, I guess. And some more stamping. I didn't do a lot of stamping, just a few random places. Another ruffle. I think it did good with the Ode to Blue. Another one of Johnny's printouts. And another little journaling card. More wallpaper. I love this journaling card. Isn't that gorgeous? Another one of her printouts and another one of her, two of her printouts, actually. These are checks, replicas of checks. And some more of the writing on that page. And I had just enough to do another pocket, so I did one more pocket with the butterflies. I think everyone can tell my journals because of butterflies. Oh, I'm so what? Oh, okay. My ink pen from Johnny ran out of ink. Oh no. Paper. This is from my favorite paper pad ever. Thank you, Dana. And Crafty Artist Sue sent me 3 sheets of it. I love it. It's just that one page. It's all numbers. And then there's the back. It's not buffering for you, Jamie? They're dropping. My numbers are dropping from 10 to 4. Okay. All right, so that's the journal. And Cheryl, I don't know if you saw the closure is adjustable, and if you need it to be wider, you can cut another piece here and it will slip over the Tim Holtz closure. And I can change this word out. It says excellence right now, but we can put anything in there. You can pull it, it just slides out. So, but it will probably be Monday before I can put it in the mail because of getting my daughter ready to go back to school. So I'm going to move that aside and I'm going to clean my desk off here. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. And we're going to start making a file folder ephemera book like I made myself. So these are file folders from the Dollar Tree. Whoa, wrong way, Cat. You don't want to blind them. And what you're going to do, you need 5 of them. So this is what we're making in case you haven't seen it. You need file folders, some pattern paper, whatever paper you like, and vellum or acetate, something that you can see through to make this. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folders. So this was my version. Everybody was making them online, but they didn't seem big enough for me. They were more this size, which my friend made me. But I wanted something big enough I could put a lot in it. So let me stand this back up. I'm a space so I can work. And you also need your paper trimmer. Let's go that way so it doesn't blind you. And you're going to take 2 file folders, two that are opposite. So if you can see here how if I stand these up like it would be in a file drawer, you want the tops opposite because you're going to turn them around like this to be able to glue them. So that's going to be your first page. I'm going to find my glue. And I'm just using art glitter glue. I start down here at the bottom and I run a bead of glue off the page, evidently, and up the other side. It's very easy to make. The hardest part about the whole thing is decorating it. So once you get the glue made, you take, or on there, you take it and line your 2 folders up, your files up, and you make sure the glue is intact. So you could tell what I did. So now I have one page that'll be decorated with the paper and then the vellum over it, and then the second page. But in here, you're going to have a big pocket where you can put bigger ephemera, like journaling cards or receipts or whatever you might want to keep. Give it more time to dry than I did. So that's the first 2. And you want to make sure this end is glued because it is, you don't want the stuff coming back out of your pockets. So you're going to make sure you use a good amount of glue in there. There's no sewing in this unless you want to. Yeah, I glued those 2 back to back. So then this one, I'm looking for, this one matches this folder here. So you're going to glue it back to back the same way. You can cut this piece here off, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this into my cutting board because I don't want to, oh, I hit my camera. I am so sorry. I don't want 2 tabs at the same spot, if that makes sense. So I just trim it off. So this one is flat, but it's going to hook onto this one. So that'll be your next page. And then we got to find one that goes. So I'm going to trim that one off. Yeah, it's just a matter of gluing them back to back until you get the amount that you want. And they're really handy because they stand up. Like you just put them on a shelf, stand up nicely. So this page, that's 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to use this one. This one's not going to match up exactly. So we're going to cut it too. So you just cut it to fit, make it work for how you want it. Because, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It's just an idea. I just like to have the evenness, if that makes sense. Okay, so this one will be glued to that, and this will be the front. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Move these ones out of the way. So I think I'm done with the cutter for the moment. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, so this one we need to glue to this one. Just caught myself in my cord to my headset. And this is just art glitter glue in this little bottle that I filled off screen, which is a good thing I did, because for some reason it just wanted to get bubble after bubble in it, and it was driving me crazy. I said a few choice words. Or as my mom would say, not so choice words. Okay, so I'm going to open this so I can see that it lines up. It's not, doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's not like you're selling it. You're using it to store ephemera and stamps, and it works great for all that. Okay, so now we have front page, second page, the big pocket, third page with another pocket, fourth page, and find the one I just cut, fifth page, or you can make this the front page. It's up to you, whichever way you want to put it. When I first did it, I thought, oh, this isn't going to work. I ended up throwing away one file folder because I totally ruined it. But I guess that's the risk you take when you're designing something that you've never seen anybody do. But I'm figuring I can get an 8-pack of sturdy file folders at the Dollar Tree for $1. So I'm going to take advantage of that and use them for something I need. I just did that backwards, girls. But that's okay. We're going to run with it because the glue is already on there. Learn from my mistakes. I need paper towel. Y'all can laugh at me. I'm always mixing up something. That's why my name is Perfectly Imperfect. For those of you that do lives, when chat gets real quiet, do you think, am I talking to myself? Am I just on here listening to me? Am I rambling like an idiot? All those above questions may be answered yes. Well, with my internet, I never know. I'm like, oh man, am I talking to myself? I can tell there's someone here. It's just, it's in my mind. My mind goes, are they still there? The first time I did a video, I was looking at that camera, and the whole time I'm talking, I'm going, oh, Kathy, you're an idiot. No, Kat, don't do this. People's not going to watch you. They don't care what you're doing. So the other half of me was going, shut up and do it. crazy. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We got 8 pages. I think I'll do one more on this one. And we're going to put it here. Watching, listening, and cutting paper. It's almost time to go lay down. Yeah. So I think we're going to use some of the paper from left from the where I was making the book, just so I can say this paper pad's done and not have to put it back on the shelf. And then this part is really easy. Covering them is really easy because you basically just have to trim it with scissors. And it's more about the background because you're going to put ephemera over it anyway. So we'll start with those. You have to trim the tops off. If I get going too fast and it starts pixelating or something, just yell at me in caps and I'll try to remember to slow down. I'm just cutting the white tops off. Sometimes I save them, but this time I'm not because right before I came live, I spilled my bucket of scraps. My ice cream pail that I keep full of scraps. I spilled it all over my floor. So now I've got to pull everything out from my desk and vacuum underneath my desk to get all that paper and little tidbits up. So I'm like, I am not keeping any more little tiny scraps of white paper. So I used up some of this stuff because that was a mess. Okay, so that one page that you're not, sorry about that, I keep blinding y'all. That you aren't going to have anything over is going to be front cover, of course. So I'm going to use my paper to get rid of this little indentation right here. And let's cover it with the beautiful butterfly. So this is what I did. I put my paper down, line it up, and then I just trace it with my pencil and cut it out with a pair of scissors. I keep the black because I don't own a lot of black cardstock, Deb. And I keep the little pieces that are at least 1 inch wide, and the length has to be at least 6 inches long, because then I can make two or three small short tags with that piece of paper. If I could find my scissors. Oh, they went in the wrong space. So that's why I keep it. But the black, I don't own a lot of black cardstock. I don't use a lot of black cardstock unless I'm making a, what's it called? Mini album. But I don't make mini albums because they're just too much perfection and too much math in those for me. I am not a math person. And tags and pictures, yeah, I like to do tags and pictures. But like this, I'll definitely keep this because I can make so much out of that. And I make great. And you know what I just said I was going to do, and I didn't do it. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Maybe not stupid, just crazy. I start talking and I forget what I'm doing. That's my line. So it's going to have an indentation there, but that's okay. It will work. It will still hold ephemera. And so when you glue it down, and I will probably take my distress ink and ink the edges of it. I did mini albums and miss them now, so I have to do another one. My graphic 45 fairy paper. I have one paper pad of graphic 45. I won. So I don't even know what the so I had that backwards, girls. Fairy paper looks like, because it's not something that I buy normally. The one I won is the floral one. I can't remember the name of it, but it is beautiful. I want the one that's called the Secret Garden. Is there one called Secret Garden? Okay, Cheryl. Just because the Secret Garden itself was my favorite book growing up. So I think it would be cool to do a junk journal with it. But I just can't. I did one mini book, mini album. I've done a couple mini albums, but I don't know. They're not me. I think the graphic 45 stuff that I've seen is gorgeous. It's not something I follow. I know there's a lot of people who collect it. Okay, so that's going to be the front. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to do the front sides first, I think. So I can trace that one. My pencil. This is just the easiest way I've found to make it fit. Raining Cats and Dogs. Now, I don't think I've seen that one. I saw the one. Was the one something about a carousel? No, that was Maggie Holmes. Which I'm probably going to get an evil. I think I'm being told I'm evil because I am not a Maggie Holmes fan. She's not my thing. I love K and Company, and I love Authentique paper, and I love Bo Bunny. That's cool. The Secret Garden one is, I don't know. I think it only appeals to me because of the book, I think. But I think I could just do a Secret Garden theme and I'd be fine. And I think roses and that in it would be beautiful. I love that story so much. Growing up, that I always thought if I had a little boy, I would name him Colin. I bet I've read the book 6-7 times when I was young. That book and Judy Blume books. I read so many Judy Blume books. Now, with this one on the inside, you got to make sure you get it just ever so slightly from the top so that it doesn't bind in the bottom there. I think I like any vintagey paper though. I'm just fixing where it didn't go down. There's an authentic one. It's called Birthday, I think. That has so many cute retro pictures on it. Oh yeah, I'm an Etsy. That's like a squirrel for me. I can start out looking for one thing and 3 hours later I forgot what I was looking for, but I found 17 other things I wanted. Let's put this blue. Yeah, let's put the blue. Etsy and Amazon. I love both. All right, just wait until Jan finds a good deal. Rabbit hole, that's it. I knew somebody would tell me the right term. I ordered some blades for my trimmer from Amazon because the store here was sold out. And I just went looking for blades and found a rabbit hole to go down on Amazon again. It's like Pinterest. I can go on Pinterest to look for something, and the next thing I know, it's 3 hours later. So I don't go there very often. I think I'm just you was on Kohl's and Amazon for 3 hours shopping, bought Crystal a new kiddie pool. Well, that's cool. She'll like that. I bought Dan some socks. So he has to have special diabetic socks. I want him to have these really padded socks so he doesn't get ulcers on his feet and stuff, you know. So that was my excuse to go to Amazon. That side or the blue? That's he comes through and says, so that's what it was, just an excuse. One thing for sure I don't need is more paper. But what is the one thing we all go for when we go into Michael's or Hobby Lobby? We all go by the paper. If I go to Amazon, I go by the paper. No, Dan, that's cost more than I can afford. I can't afford a Honda 4-wheeler. I'd have to give up some crafting. I'm really not that mean, y'all. I'd buy him a new 4-wheeler if I could afford it. It's just not in the budget. Yeah, they don't carry a lot of him anymore. I don't understand it. Seems like the popular had a Honda three wheeler. Yeah, my brother had a Honda three wheeler for a long time. It was he called it Big Red. My daughter was little. She'd walk up to you and she'd go like this. You knew she wanted to ride with Unky. Before she could talk, she wasn't even 6 months old. She'd see him coming down the driveway and start rolling her hands. Yes, she definitely tells us about the good deals. Okay, this one, because I did this one flat and the other one not, I'm going to have to trace it this way and just find me a spot to cut it. I cleaned out the tip of my glue with this. I don't do any of those. I don't do four-wheelers. I don't do three-wheelers. Dan had a motorcycle when we got married. I don't do motorcycles. I'm a, for lack of a better word, I'm just a big old chicken. I don't like being scared. Hi, Erin. Erin, we are making an ephemera folder now. I showed the book, and Cheryl, aka Sherlock to Brooke, is buying it. So I'm so happy. Ah, I keep grabbing my mat. Okay, see this? I need to trim this off. So I'm glad I turned that over. So get my scissors in here and give this a trim. Yes, I sold it. I'm so happy. I will give you a sneak peek of it though, since she already bought it. I'll show you what it looked like because it's so pretty. There's the front, and it's all blues and creams pretty much inside. And it opens with this little piece of fabric here. It's soft, so pretty. Hopefully Cheryl will show it on her channel when she gets it. So maybe her camera won't be wonky like mine. All right, so I need to. Right now we're just cutting out the papers for to trim out the embossing folder. Goodness, what am I saying? It's not an embossing folder, that's for sure. Embellishment folder, no. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? Ephemera, there we go, ephemera folder. Thank you. I hate it when I do stuff like that. My brain just goes blank. Oh, I got this upside down. Okay, goes this way. Yeah, this is my version of an ephemera folder. And I just almost called it ephemera. Crazy me. Okay. It's all made out of file folders. I made myself one and then I love it. So I decided I'd make another one and show y'all how I did it. This is fairly inexpensive to make. Anyone watch The Boys on Prime? No, I've not seen that. I've been watching YouTube, and my husband laughs at me because I've been watching Say Yes to the Dress just because some of those brides are hilarious. You watched all 8 episodes in 2 days? Oh, that must be good then. I'm going to make this one match. We're going to make this little cheat here. I'm going to cut this one with my full trimmer. I'll have to check it out. Because I haven't seen it. I'm still waiting for September and the Downton Abbey movie. I love Downton Abbey. Okay. I'm probably the messiest person when it comes to glue. I have no rhyme or reason how I do it. And I love projects where perfection is not necessary. Can't see where that's at. There we go. Because perfection is definitely not my strong point. And I will just go back and put some washi or something down the seams or ink it up with my Distress inks. Because you see, you don't want too much there or it's going to bind. So we need some more paper. Let's do, this one's got some bronze or gold or bronze. Dark blue. Let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Bye, Jamie. Have a good night. All right, good night, Deb. Thanks for coming. You too, Jamie. Thanks for coming. I don't want to put this glittery one on there because I don't know how well that would stick down. So that's only 2 pages left in that bag, that paper pad, which is super cool. I don't know what time it is. Oh, I'm not going to cut through all those at one time, that's for sure. So, sorry if I'm not talking or watching chat too much. I can concentrate or I'll cut this wrong. I don't know. I might, if it keeps buffering, I'll have to get off here because my internet does not like to be live for very long. And it's like, no, you're not doing this. That's what it says to me. I love this piece of paper with the map and the post at the top. Okay, that's good. Our little beagle, she's I love all three of our dogs, don't get me wrong, but my beagle is my baby. And she's so spoiled. Our plot hound beagle mix, she's more of a loner dog. She just, some days she wants to be petted and be around you, and other days she just wants to be off by herself and bark constantly. Okay, I'm glad I'm back. You never know with this internet. If anybody knows what Frontier is, it's definitely not a good internet provider. But it's the only choice I have outside of satellite, and I hear that it's not good 4-to-1 lives or streaming or anything like that. So why didn't I cut this beforehand? I have to get my we'll do it this way. Nope, I can't see that way. I'm all over the place, girls. I lost my mind. If my friend Jan was here, she goes, "What's new?" Okay, it's gonna be off screen for a minute. I have to manipulate my scissors at an angle here. Okay. There's that. Isn't that pretty? I am making an ephemera folder. This is my original that I made for myself. It's made out of 5 folders, file folders, and you use vellum. And then they have pockets, like in here I have my big flashcards. And then this one's all stamps. And then just different cutouts and stuff that I've printed out or found. I've somehow pulled those out. They slide under there. And then in this one, I've got tickets. Thank you. And then there's the back. So I'm making another one. And I thought I would bring y'all on and show you how I did it. It's just a matter of gluing them back to back and leaving a space when you glue them at the top to make the big pocket inside. And so I'm using the rest of the paper from the book that I made from that paper pad to make this ephemera folder. If I could talk, it'd be helpful. It would be helpful. And so when I do this, I just lay the thing down and I trace around it. The paper down, lay the page over top of it, and trace. That way you get a pretty decent fit. These are both the one I made myself and this one are both K & Company paper covered. This one just says specialty paper on it. The other one I think was a Susan Wingate. I think. It's been too long ago since I made it. But it's come in so handy to keep the little stuff that you're always searching for. It's right at your fingertips. I saw Gail Augustinelli, I think that's how you say her last name, made an ephemera folder, but hers was smaller. And I thought, I want something on a larger scale that's sturdy. So this is what I came up with. And I like it, so. I was going to pour pop on that. I reached for my Coke bottle. Wouldn't have been very pretty after I Coke stained it and then tried to glue it down with it. Like I said, I'm all over the place. I enjoy doing the lives because I don't have to wait for them to upload and I get to talk to people. It's more fun, I think. This might be my favorite sheet of paper in the whole paper pad though. I don't know what it is about stripes, but I love it. Okay. If you all use art glitter glue, yes. Thank you, Barn None Chicken. If you use art glitter glue, they tell you not to get it cold because it will ruin it. But don't get it too hot also because that will ruin it as well. I mean, it will still work if it gets hot, but it seems like it doesn't dry as well because mine got a little too hot over the winter. It was too near to the wood heat. So just a little heads up there for y'all. Because I was quite upset with mine because I poured it. You know how it's kind of thin, but it's not super thin, and this poured out like water. I'm like, oh no, I've ruined it. So the store that Pat Catan's, if anybody's in Central Ohio, or there's a couple in Western Pennsylvania, and then one here in town, Pat Catan's store, they're going out of business. Some of them may already be closed. Ours closes sometime at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. But they have paper on sale, 12 sheets to a bundle. They're all 12 sheets are the same, but you buy one bundle, which is 12 sheets for $2.28, and then get 12 more bundles. Was it 12 more bundles? 15 more bundles for free. So for $6 and change, I got 18 packages of vellum paper. It's usually like 99 cents at least for a 12 by 12 sheet single. So I got plenty of vellum to do my ephemera folder. It was I've been there twice. I have a stash of vellum that lasts me for years, but I love vellum, but I would never buy vellum because of the price. Like, I walked down the aisle and they had it. The first time I went in, it was buy 3, get 6 free. Then the second time I went in, it was buy 6, get 10 free. And this last time it was buy 6, get, it was either 12 or 15 free. It came out to like vellum for like less than 9 cents a sheet. I've never seen it that cheap. But they had all their like, got that upside down, all of their papers that they had, like, ones that they hadn't taken out of the package yet to put into their single sheets racks in packages like that. So they had white cardstock, 25 sheets for $2.28, buy 3, get 12 free. And I'm like, holy smokes. So I did the math and I'm like, yeah, that's too good of a deal to pass up. I didn't buy a lot of the regular paper, just the vellum. Sorry, I was thinking. And that takes a lot when I have to think. And they had beads the same way. You bought 3 packages of beads. Yeah, probably a lifetime supply. They had the beads the same way. Buy 3 packages of beads and get 12 or 15 free. That's cool, Amy. I hate the fact that they're going out of business, but I'm loving the sales that they're having. I got the ribbon that I used on the front of that book. It was normally $3.99 a yard. I think I paid 59 cents a yard for it. Well, you can't beat that. So I've pretty much spent my allowance of money for crafting in the going out of business sale. They'll be reopening though in October as Michaels, which they're already owned by Michaels. They're closing the Pat Catan's division and opening as a Michaels. Amy, if you figure out how to get all your stuff under control, can you please let me in on the secret? Because, yeah. I mean, I know the first secret is don't buy, but I'm like, where do I put it all? I've already told my daughter when she graduates college and moves out, her room at one point was my craft space when I did wreaths. And then we found out we were having a baby, so we redid the room and made her a bedroom. And I told her, when you move out and go to college, or after you graduate college, I'm taking that room back as my craft room. She's good with that. She don't care. That's what I want, is more shelves too, because I like to be able to see what I'm getting and where I have it at. But I want sturdy shelves. I would like to have like the restaurant style metal shelves everywhere. They hold so much. Yeah, that's I don't, if I can't see it, I don't have it. I don't know where it's at. Organize it into totes. They have to be clear totes so I can see through them. Because if it's hidden, I'm done. It's not there. The only thing that I ever find that's not in a tote or is my desk drawer. See, I want the metal shelves because the bookshelves over time that wood starts to warp. And I had one of those bookshelves collapse on us. Scared us to death in the middle of the night. Like are you talking about like the IKEA, the ones that have like 9 whole spaces in them, whatever? I think those would be nice. But then I wonder how sturdy they actually are because I've never even been in an IKEA. I've never seen anything other than what's on YouTube. It's like, are they going to hold what I want? That's cool. So I know a couple people have gotten the generic ones that from like Walmart or someplace like that, and they just start to kind of sag in the middle too. I guess the key would be don't overload them like I do. Okay, let's put this one here. We've almost got this covered, girls. But my daughter's room, once she moves out for, to wherever she's going to end up settling at, it's not a big room. It was perfect for making my wreaths back in the day, but paper crafting seems to take up a lot more room. I just want to get out of the middle of the living room, which is where my desk is right now. Literally, my space takes up 3/4 of the living room. Part of the pantry shelves has my paper in it. I'm sorry, Amy. Yeah, I have stuff everywhere. With paper crafting, I think you need massive bits of space because I'm always finding something else, the next thing I got to have. Or I'll watch somebody and think, oh, I need that too. The only thing I really want, though, that I have left to buy is I have my sewing machine, which I absolutely love, but I want a Cricut. Exactly. I just want something that is easier. I'd like to have the Gemini too because my arms when I'm fussy cutting, or not fussy cutting, using my I have the Spellbinders Yes, I got a sewing machine. I was very blessed last year with a surprise from an anonymous person. Sent me one in December. It was an amazing gift. I was blown away. And I love it. It's a Project Runway Brother. Hi, Rhonda. Everything okay, dear? So, yeah, I thought I broke it the other day when I was using the sewing machine. I was like, no. But it's just, I had taken it apart to clean and didn't get it put together quite right. So it was yelling at me. You all right, man? I'm trying not to glue too much in the screen because I don't want the screen to pixelate. Oh my goodness. That's scary. Is there a fire or is it just something else or is something else going on? Y'all don't need no more excitement in your lives right now. Okay, so there is my papers in here. Like I said, I'll probably put something here. Trying to figure out what's going on in the neighborhood. Yeah. Oh, we need to trim this up. Yeah, that is a lot. So I'll put a strippy of something here, or I may just leave it like that. It's not going to hurt it. And then to do the, what are they called? Oh, I couldn't have got that more crooked if I tried. I must have forgot to cut it out. Gas leak. Not a gas leak, but what the heck? Oh, wow. Crazy. So for the vellum, and a piece of vellum. You're going to need several pieces of vellum, but you take it and cut it to whatever size you think your ephemera is going to be. And so I'm just going to show you how I tack it down, because then, I mean, we're all crafters. I'm sure y'all can understand where I'm going with this. So, yeah, better safe than sorry. We'll go from the front here. You guys just got to measure, like, okay, I can put this to here and glue it down. You're going to see the glue. It's vellum, unless you've got some secret weapon that I don't know about. You're going to see the glue. So you just glue to make a pocket. I love these little bottles, but sometimes the little cap things get in my way. And you just want to make it long enough, or wide enough rather, to fit your page where you want it at. And then stick it down. Make sure it's burnished down real good. And let it dry. Because then if you take your ephemera, so I've got these. Oh, I don't blame you, Rhonda. I wouldn't want to leave them either. Then you can just stick your ephemera in there that you want to use. Like, you can stick it in this way. So you can adjust the height. So I will adjust the heights to what I have to go in this folder. And I'm not going to make y'all sit through all that. But you just put them, like if you have stuff that are 4x6, then just cut you one that's like this wide to stick your 4x6s down in. And you can put as many as you want on the pages. Yeah, that it's better safe than sorry to be at, who's staying with your mom right now, Rhonda? Is it your sister? Because that's scary. Is that an hour's drive through like downtown traffic in Dallas, or is it from the other direction? But you can see here in my original one what I did. I spaced it out. You just put the vellum in like that to fill your slots to where you want them at. So I think I'm done for the night. I'm going to get off of here and email Cheryl back so I can work out the details for the journal, and so I can get it in the mail Monday. And Rhonda, you can text me later if you need to, dear. Hopefully everything is okay down there. Or you can call me. You're welcome. I hope you guys like this. I mean, it works out so awesome. There's so much stuff that you just have not in front of you, because if I don't see it, I'm not going to use it. I wouldn't remember if I had these in an envelope somewhere that I had bird cutouts already ready to go. So, and pretty simple to make. And I finished a paper pack with it. So 2 sheets, and they're glittery. I don't do glitter. Maybe I'll send them to you. You do glitter. I'm just not a glitter person. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Amy. If y'all make one, let me know. I like to see what people, as Laura calls it, monkey you. I like to see what they do. So I will chat with you all next week. Should be at the same time. And have a great night. Bye. Find my little mouse to work here.